Hold on. We interrupt this program to bring you a special bulletin. Bar Digital located inside your hood again. Camouflage chameleon, they're just scaling your building. No time to grab the gun, they already got your wife and children. My beats travel like a vortex through your spine to the top of your cerebral cortex.
I found my sound from living in New York City, from riding in the subway trains, watching old kung fu movies.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. I be forcing and forcing, my style is awesome. I'm causing more family food than Richard Dawson. And the survey said you're dead. Lyrical shots for the Glock, bust for the hoes on the jocks. I want the number one spot. Yo, chill with the feedback block. We don't need that. It's 10 o'clock. Where the f to see that?
That intro could keep going, dog. Straight up.
There's a catalog.
That was an intro. That kind of got me smiling.
Right. Right. Yo, the RZA is here, man.
Welcome.
Shout out to Wu-Tang, man. RZA, welcome to the Cruise Show.
Thank you, yo.
Yo, and shout out to Edgar. He produced that intro, man. Our guy, Edgar.
Yo, Edgar, I need you to come by my house and put something else together for me.
Fire.
What you think about that, Law Math?
That was dope. That was fire, right? That was fire, man. Yeah, right. Yo, hey, RZA, you don't have to have multi-million-dollar equipment to make some of the best hip hop in the world.
Yeah, that's
Is that
true.
correct?
That's true, yeah.
Right? And I bring that up because there's a video of you out there saying that you invented Cerato.
Yo.
So you invented Cerato.
Basically, me and a group of engineers out of Switzerland.
Yeah.
We are the foundation to Cerato. You know, we had a thing called we called it the Whirlwind Replicator.
Okay.
That was the name of it, and it was the first machine that you could actually use your turntable to control the digital audio.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Then we invented a software chip. Now at the time, I'll just give it's a long story, so I'll try to make it short.
Thank you.
At the time, it took me about $250,000 just to develop one chip. All right?
Jeez.
Of your own money.
Yeah, of course. I this was like a big investment for me at the time.
Sure.
And this chip was the fastest chip ever made in any computer at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even to this day, Cerato and all the other companies that that's now using this kind of technology.
Yeah.
I think what happened was my engineer got drunk. And you know, he kind of loose lips, sink ships.
And he leaked some info. He leaked some info. Did he show them the prototype?
Yeah, he kind of had a few meetings without me that he's sitting there. He was getting impatient.
Okay.
Seriously, he was getting impatient.
So
but
he
anyway,
got backstabbed in the situation.
Yeah.
So is he part of Cerato and all these other companies?
You know
like,
what?
Is his name linked to them?
He's gone into oblivion. You know what I mean? So can't really find him.
It was Method Man, wasn't it?
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm only kidding.
But anyway, yeah. But even to this day, though, there's one parameter that Cerato still can't do that my replicator could do.
What is that?
See how you're talking right now?
Yep.
You could actually real time everything. Like, what was that? Yep.
Oh, got it.
Totally, no delay. And Cerato has not yet done that yet.
Wow.
They have not been able to have you DJ, have the MC,
Yeah.
and then still MC, cut the MC.
You know, I would imagine that's a big lawsuit, though, for you, right? Like, I mean, there's suits involved if there's a situation because an idea of yours has now been stolen. Not the first time, I'm sure. But yeah, I would imagine there's some legal issues there.
Well, there's a. I don't want to talk too much about getting to the law, but
Sure.
there's a thing that we all got to be conscious of, that you could patent something in America,
Right.
and not have the patent in Australia.
Right.
Oh, right.
So that's why you see some things, you'll see like, oh, this is the new so-and-so. Then you'll go down the block and see the knockoff.
Right.
You know what I mean? Made in China or something. You know what I mean? So when you patent, I didn't know this at the time, you got to patent the whole world. And so let's say it costs you, $2,500 to patent something.
Mm-hmm.
If you now got to do it in 500 countries,
Yeah.
it's a different business.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's
Jeez.
very pricey.
That's tough.
Yeah, man. Yo, you live out here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I spend about 65-70% of my time in
How's
Los
your
Angeles.
Espanol, man? How's that Espanol, man?
Petite.
Poquito.
Yeah, petite. That was French.
My man said petite. That's a size, bro.
I like them petite.
That's French, small.
How's your Spanish, petite?
No hablo.
No.
Right?
Can you order food in Spanish?
That you can.
You know
Come
what?
on.
I can read it.
You can read it.
I can read it. Yeah.
Okay,
If
see,
you put something
you're
in front of me,
genius.
yeah, I'm more of a reading type of guy.
Right.
Okay, this motherfucker,
Enchiladas,
you told me
chile
not to-
relleno, all of that, right?
Exactly.
Can I get a petite burrito?
We spoke to a player. What was Lance Stephenson?
Yes.
We asked him his favorite Mexican food. He said lasagna. For God's sakes.
Wow, that's big business.
Big business.
The lasagna burrito.
My guy. I was
Come
like,
on.
all right, bro. Yeah, like, yo.
Look, Mexican food is delicious. Wow.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, we didn't know. Now, New York, it's starting to get better.
Right.
Yeah, it
There's
is.
Mexican restaurants in New York, right? But over there, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, they run it.
We had no good Mexican food, but you go to a spot, you think when I came to California,
Right.
man, y'all
Everywhere,
was like,
right?
I didn't even like guacamole until I got here and tasted the
Because
right
it's not
way.
made right in New York. It's different.
Where'd you get it? At Chipotle?
Can't speak on that.
Taco Bell.
Chipotle. You know what I got? I'm gonna say something funny.
What's up?
I have a lifetime card
No.
to eat at Chipotle.
Oh my gosh.
Let me borrow it
Show
for the
it.
weekend.
I didn't bring
Where
it
is
with me,
it?
but
How you not roll with that everywhere you go?
I told my wife, I was like, you know what? If everything goes bad for us, we will not go hungry.
Right, exactly.
At least we'll get a burrito.
Did you buy a Chipotle? Is that how you got it? What happened?
No, I had did some music for them.
That's right,
For
that's
a big
right.
campaign, and they gave me that gift. It was like it came in a crazy box. The box was like some old ancient scroll was inside of it.
Right.
Opens it up, it's like you have been awarded
Yeah.
a lifetime right to go to any Chipotle, hand this card in, and you get yourself a burrito or
Wow.
whatever you want. You know what I mean?
We should go with you because employees at Chipotle
How many
probably
people can
don't
you-
even know that thing exists.
How many people can you bring with you?
Well, if I want to bring anything over 10 people, I got to give notice.
Hey, that's all right. That's a call
Yeah,
away.
yeah, we'll go with you.
Easy call.
We'll go with you.
Let's keep it Mexican. You and ODB used to sell fruit on the street?
Yeah,
For real?
yeah, for real.
What were you guys selling?
Everything: apple, grapes, oranges. And,
You're a fruta man.
yeah, yo. The worst part about that is that you got to get up like 5 a.m.
Yes.
to unload the trucks.
Yeah.
That's the part you don't like, right? And then you got to set up your own stand. We made about $80 a week. That was our cut. I mean,
Yeah.
so maybe we made for the guy we was working for maybe about $600, but we made about $80, and I was proud to make that $80.
Of course.
Buy
Yeah,
my
man.
own pair of Pumas. You know what I mean?
That's hard
Doing
work.
Doing your thing,
Hard
man.
work.
Yo, are you watching Game of Thrones? Please say no. No, you're not. Thank God. Right?
No. Well, I'm not up on it. I watched one episode because I was on when I did this thing for Marvel Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole team of people was talking about Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell are they talking about?
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
But then the one guy came in the next day. He never watched it either. He was like, I finally watched that episode. Wow. It was one of the greatest pieces of art I've seen and one of the greatest action sequences. It was the big army fight that they had. And I was like, wait, the greatest? I gotta watch that.
Now I got to check
So I
in.
watched that episode. You know what? It was pretty good, y'all.
See?
It was pretty good. No.
Not good enough for you to return,
Exactly.
Yeah, I never watched it again.
Thank
but,
you.
But it was pretty good. They had that one. You seen that one? With the scene where the guy was running.
She keeps
There's like
talking
a
about the
million
sex scenes, dog.
scenes
I was-
where there's fighting, but
But this the one where the guy was running from he was like somebody's nephew or son, and he was running from the army. They let him go. You could go home.
oh, yeah.
He's running home.
He
He's
thought
getting-
he was going, and it was a
Getting
setup.
close to his father.
Yeah.
He's screaming for his father or his brother, and next thing you know, the guy just got the arrow and was
Just
like
shooting
yeah.
arrows at him.
Right. You're great with words. I still don't want to see it, RZA. You know what I'm saying?
It's good. You're watching Luke Cage though.
Yeah, of course. You got to
Of
check out
course.
Luke Cage. Have you saw that one?
I have not
Luke
seen
Cage
Luke
is
Cage.
fire.
I got to see that,
I
though.
need more Luke Cage
I love
though.
all the subliminals in there too for hip hop.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Even
Oh,
the
it's there.
cameos.
It's there.
Yeah.
Right. It's there, man. Talk to us about Black Samurai.
Oh, wow. That's Black Samurai, new series that's in development stage. We actually have what they call the writer's room.
Sure,
It's
sure.
now been activated.
You're the executive producer.
Executive producer.
My guy.
Common will be the lead. He's going
Wow.
to play
Wow.
a guy named Robert Sands. So
Okay,
he's gonna
okay.
he's going to get his Jason Bourne on. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Have you always been a fan of Common?
Yeah, Common is, come on. You know what I mean? Common, I love Common. I mean, that's the best to put it simple. I met Common like back on his first album. It was him. I never forget it because it was just one of those cool days for hip hop. Him and Erykah Badu hanging together. I
Right.
think me and Meth came in, and you know we just immediately became like a connection. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's a producer as well. And the coolest thing is that so Wu Films is co-producing with Jerry Bruckheimer. And I don't know if you guys know Jerry Bruckheimer, all the big
Huge. All the big films.
yeah.
Major.
So that gives us the power to actually make the show international. So you know, so
Dope.
Common's going to be beating people up all around the world.
That is so cool.
I love that, man. Let's talk new music as well. I know you're cooking.
Yeah, well, on the new music, I got to bring a lot of math in on this one.
Yo, Math, what's up, bro?
Peace, what's good?
What's
up,
going
peace?
on, man? I see all the gold. I see we living, man.
Hey.
My guy. We got new music in the works?
Yeah, definitely.
What do we got?
Wu-Tang, the saga continues.
My guy.
Yeah,
It's about
10,
time. It's about
Yeah,
time.
the saga continues.
Yeah, man.
And,
Are we completely done with the project?
Completely done.
Wow.
Fire, too.
How many tracks?
18. Well, it reads 18, but, you know.
Got some skits in
got
there.
some skits, intro.
Gotta have the skits. Gotta have the skits in there, man.
Because, you know, I made it like a complete album. You know
I
what
like
mean?
that.
So,
Hey, yo,
you know,
what's your? I know what my favorite skit is. I wish you could play it. What's your favorite skit?
my
Off the
favorite
new
skit?
or
Off the new one, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the family skit or.
Oh no, Birdo. There's
Birdo, yeah, Birdo and the Fiend. Oh,
Birdo and the Fiend.
Yeah,
Yo, when you get a chance to get that,
Oh,
Yeah.
we
Birdo.
should get that to them early.
Please,
So,
shoot the
remember-
link.
That'd be fire.
You know how Ghostface always have the the crackheads
Yes.
things, and
Yes.
he did a new one called Birdo and the Fiend. That's hilarious.
Is that right?
It's hilarious.
All right, we can't wait to hear it. Shoot it early, Math, please, bro. Let's get that. When we're talking about skits, there's one skit that I think hip hop fans will never forget, and that's the balls on the dresser, spike back.
Torture.
That's the torture, right? I'm gonna sew your ass cheeks together and keep feeding you and feeding you and feeding you. No one forgets that.
That was crazy.
Legendary.
That was actually a game that we would play in the neighborhood. Like I guess before our generation they would call it the dozens, but we called it
like
torture.
bagging on each other. Yeah.
So you gotta think of the most craziest thing. I slide you down rusty razor, a sliding board of rusty razor blades into a pool of alcohol. You know. We should just
Think
always-
of the most vicious shit, right?
Yeah.
I think that's where the creativity came from.
Yeah, right. Straight up. That's Lecheto back there, by the way.
Let's go.
Shout out to Lecheto, man.
Why y'all do?
Lecheto, you ready for the lightning round?
I'm down, yeah.
Let's get to it. Here
got
we
a few
go.
questions. Got to answer fast.
Go.
Wait, can math help me?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the first vinyl you owned?
Oh, so you?
Sugar Hill Gang.
Rapper's Delight. Yep.
Yep.
If you gave yourself another rapper name, what would it be?
Prince Dynamite.
Your favorite Wu-Tang song?
Cream.
My favorite Wu-Tang song. Blah, 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 blah. Rainy Days.
Most popular city to perform at?
Hawaii.
Ooh.
I might have to go Amsterdam.
He's a smoker.
Yeah, he's a smoker.
Yeah.
Marijuana.
Now, if you were to break both arms, who would write your rhymes?
I got children now, so I get one of my sons to do it. That's like right with my teeth.
Right. Nothing can stop you.
Yo, that was the channel's Light Rider. You've been struck by lightning.
There he is. Where's Vinny? Vinny, you got to say what's up to Riz. I know he's been here. Listen, Riz, you've been coming through for years here at Power 106, so thank you very much for returning, man. And you know Vin is such a fan, dog, straight up.
Huge fan. I guess the number one question everybody always wants to know is the famous, like, what's your favorite Wu-Tang solo album?
Wow.
Of all the
Right.
individual joints, you know, I know it's
They always go back and forth, but it's definitely
It's made for a Cuban Links. I
yeah,
think.
Cuban Links.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's probably but I gotta say, Liquid Swords is in tough competition.
Yeah.
And if you really want to have something that you won't find nowhere, it's like, you know how you can find something so rare. ODB, Return to the 36 Chambers.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that ever.
Right.
Before or after. That's like Richard Pryor meets Wild Man Steve meets Screaming Jay Hawkins, Dolomite, hip hop. It's like it's really one of those
Andrew
albums.
Dice Clay with all the shit talking,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
So anyway,
yeah, Liquid Sword, like
What's yours?
Cuban Links.
Cuban Links. Okay.
Cuban
Links,
Links,
fire.
top to bottom.
How about Mathematics? What's yours?
Supreme Clientele.
Oh, come on. See?
Okay. That was tough one too.
Okay,
That one.
okay.
Okay, he's going deep.
Yeah,
That's deep.
man.
Yeah.
So much music. So much catalog. It's insane,
Respect,
man.
respect.
There's that Wu-Tang album that sold for under $1 million recently, right?
Yeah.
Not sure how much you can say there, but I'm sure that's got to be very hurtful. That's got to suck.
Well, it hasn't sold yet. It's only, I think the price of it right now is up. You know, I'm trying to buy it. You know what I mean?
Are you?
They won't. I got legal parameters stopping me, but I'm trying to figure out a way.
There's a lot of
around
articles that saying it quietly sold already.
Oh,
For about
really?
$1 million.
No, I got the email. You know.
Yeah, I know, right? I know.
But the paper hasn't been signed.
But it's also got to be kind of cool that this album is on that level.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's cool that to me, it took a life of its own.
Sure.
But I think the most important thing we could say about that album, Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, is that it actually did its job in a sense. We wanted to bring out the debate of should music be devalued? Is music an art form that should retain its value? And I think it's proven that it can, because even though this guy who was worth a couple of $100 million, he spends $2 million for an album, and he gets it in an art gallery type auction.
Right
now, it's on eBay when you buy anything, and it still has a strong equivalent value. So I think the job of what we strive to do has been done. And but this guy Martin, he's a smart dude now. They checked and say, what's the top 10 items ever sold on eBay?
Yeah,
he's in the top 10 now.
Wow.
Have you spoken to dude?
No, I haven't spoken to him.
Really?
Yeah. The lawyers have been talking to each other, trying to figure out how to make this thing work.
He had done a live stream, right, where he was playing the album in the back and
Yeah.
teasing it.
Yeah.
And he wasn't supposed to do that.
He made a promise that if Donald Trump wins, he's gonna. He kept his promise.
Right. He kept his promise.
He kept his promise.
Yo, you out here being a vegetarian or are you vegan?
Yeah, I'm not. I have mostly a vegan diet. You know what
Really?
I mean? I advise people to at least start with a vegetarian diet. They got a new show called What the Health.
Dog, I know that scared everybody.
You seen that?
I haven't
Very good
seen it
show.
yet, clearly.
Hey, yo.
But
Documentary.
We're gonna put it. We're gonna wait till you go to sleep, right?
Lecheto and I got to see it, dog.
Let you wake up to it and like.
There you go. There you go.
My driver,
Uh-huh.
he saw it, and he's a really cool guy. He's a Mexican brother as well.
My guy.
Right, and he was just like, he talked. Hey, Bobby, I watched this thing, What the Health. He told me about it.
Yeah.
I wasn't on Netflix for a couple of weeks, and
Right.
he hasn't eaten meat in 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. Good.
It has really
Powerful.
It's helped him.
affected him. Yeah.
It's
helped
very
him, yeah.
informative. And that's what I was saying. A lot of people are using the word scared. I don't want to
Yeah.
get scared to not eating meat. I'm like, it's not scary, but it's informative. So
Yeah,
if you
it's
take the
informative.
information,
We've recently
use it
had somebody
wisely.
in here and they called being a vegan an agenda
yeah.
by the government.
Dang. That's crazy.
And what did I tell him? I said, do your research first before you
Right.
come talk to me.
Right.
Listen, the government would not benefit from that.
No.
You know what I
They
mean?
would actually lose.
You ever seen that movie called Trading Places?
Yes.
Yeah, pork belly is big business.
Pork
baby.
belly, that's
They're
right,
They're
that's
not
right.
trying to stop the pork belly, baby.
Very true.
Garcia, what's going on?
I was gonna ask him. I mean, with the Wu-Tang in popular culture, like when you guys set out and you started and you made that first classic album, you see yourselves 20 years down the road being a part of popular culture where the Wu-Tang W sold in kids onesies and just transcended so many different avenues of pop culture. Could you ever have pictured that when you guys started?
No, it's a blessing in all reality. We did picture that we would be something different, and we definitely pictured that our community would understand. But as we grew as people, and as we I guess, you're looking at 9 guys with different stories, and if you count Mathematics and Capadonna, you're seeing all these different stories coming out of our mouths. And I think it resonated with a lot of different people. But I can honestly say I knew it would be great, but I did not know that it would be so transcending that every race, creed, sexual preference, is, the spirituality of it, I guess. The reality of being like something that's in the mud,
Sure,
and yet a flower growing out of that. I think that's what we are, like the lotus that grows out of the mud.
Mm-hmm.
I think that resonated with people around the world, and it put it in pop culture. But
sure.
to answer your question, I didn't see it being like the pop culture. I mean, we was underground,
Raw. Yeah, but you can get a Wu-Tang shirt at Urban Outfitters.
Well,
Yeah.
And people
feel
can
me?
rock this shirt without even knowing any of the songs.
Yeah,
Listen, man, the RZA. Are you okay with the term legendary?
I think I could live with that.
You could live with that. You could live with that. Legendary,
That's not too
right?
bad.
Yeah. Creative, right? Creative.
Yeah.
There's so much that you get into. Album on the way. Music is here. That'll never end.
The saga continues. you
Yes.
know. Along Mathematics, who's been our DJ on for basically since the beginning.
Yeah.
Also, a guy who knows how to produce beats.
Mm-hmm.
He had this talent that was developing in him, over the course of our history. And
Right.
He also mastered the weapon of choice, the ASR-10.
Right.
And at a point, myself, composing scores for movies and moving past that, somebody who could still keep that raw essence had to be around us. He's that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And when you hear this new
Very
single,
important.
people say, to me, he's captured the essence of that raw hip hop, of Wu-Tang style hip hop.
Yeah.
But he's also, used the clarity of modern day. I think you said it was 2 albums that you listened to as you was working on the Saga Continues. What was those 2 albums?
What were they?
Into the 36 Chambers.
Got it.
And Chronic 2001.
Yo, a lot of people go back to Chronic 2001 for inspiration, and they go back to it. What is it about Chronic 2001?
Well, to me, those 2 albums was like the most complete hip hop albums that changed hip hop. Period. So it was like after I listened to them 2, I ain't listening to nothing else.
Wow.
That was it. I just went to work.
Yeah, man.
And I think you hear the results of that in the production, because you hear the Wu vibe, but yet, nobody produces as the clarity of music as Dr. Dre.
Yeah, Chris.
Sure.
Nobody. You know what I mean? And yet, Math was able to take the Wu sound and elevate it to clarity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, so it won't. He didn't go Dre with it, but the inspiration of that clarity on top of the Wu grit,
Right.
it opens up some other frequencies.
Good match, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
peanut butter and jelly.
There he is. My God, my God. All right, man, let's go. Is there features on the album, or is there just so many members that there's no time?
No, it's features on the album.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Can you say who?
Yeah, Sean Price is on there. Rest
Wow.
in peace to Sean P.
Rest in peace, Sean P.
Yeah. Redman, who's
Wu-Tang cousin.
Yeah, Wu-Tang cousin.
All day.
You know what I mean? Killer Priest.
Yeah.
Chris Rivers, Big Pun's son.
Mm-hmm. This kid, he got his father's style up in him, yo.
Oh, yeah.
You know how that rapid flow that Pun was doing.
Yeah.
He got it, and he has the wits of the lyrics, and that's actually he's on that song with
Frozen.
Frozen. That's him and Meth, right?
MF,
That's
Priest,
dope.
Rain Ghost.
Yo,
Yeah, man.
He kind of
man.
he kind of shines on that track right there,
doing his
yo.
thing. He's
Yeah,
doing
it's
his
like
thing.
it's hard to get on the track with Ray Ghost.
Of course, bro.
You know what I mean?
That's intimidating. That's tough.
He's not out of place on that one, yo.
Wow, man.
Now I need to know.
Wu-Tang as a group, right? And it's so important to the culture, so important to hip hop. You guys know that, right? Everything from fashion, from Wu wear to different verbiage you guys used, and of course different ways, the way you guys produce music, the way you produced music, and the way what you guys were saying. All of it is so important to this culture, man.
Well, we appreciate being part of hip hop culture. We appreciate those who was in front of us.
Yeah.
We appreciate the young brothers who's doing it now.
That's
with their modern expression of it.
You have said though, mumble rappers need to get off the lean.
Well, listen, yo. Lean is, I mean, I got some of my homies on that lean. I don't prescribe that medication.
Have you ever tried it?
You know what? I tasted it. You know what I mean?
Me too.
It ain't my kind of.
Yeah,
I'm not with the drowsy high.
I'm chilling. Yeah.
No, yeah. I don't want to sit on the couch all
Listen,
day.
I
I'm
could
not
be-
trying to slob.
I can be sleepy by myself. I don't need nothing to
Yeah.
help me
Yeah,
out.
yo. You know what I mean?
I'm sleepy sober.
If you put a cup of lean in front of me and a cup of coffee, I'm going for the coffee. Wake me up.
That's it. That's exactly it. Yo, the Wu-Tang Forever remix with Drake ever gonna happen?
I know that should have happened.
That should have happened.
Yeah, we was traveling, and first of all, I just want to shout Drake out. I think like he threw an alley oop to us right there.
Right.
I
think so. I think he was reaching out.
I think we missed it.
Never too late.
Really?
No, sis. I gotta say we missed it. You know what I mean? We missed things.
Do you regret it?
Yeah. You know, I don't regret it for no popularity or nothing.
Sure.
I just regret it for the fact that yo, as when you become a elder in anything, it's your duty to go back and work with the youth. You know what I mean? And to rekindle that fire. It happened to me. Isaac Hayes spent 3 years with me. We became best friends. We built a school together in Africa. Okay? Because his wisdom of what he'd been through helped me get through what I was going through. And what he said that was going to happen to me, happened.
Called
Okay?
it.
Quincy Jones, another great person who I know a lot of us in the industry could say, when you see him, he sits down and talk to you, and he helps you. He shares his wisdom free of charge. You know, he was the one. Actually, when you hear Triumph, that's why he's in the video because he's the guy that taught me something about. He said it's not music until it repeats itself, RZA. You can't just jazz it all out and just keep going. You got to find the phrase, and once you have that phrase, then it becomes music. I was like, that was the thing I needed.
Right.
So when somebody like Drake reaches out to Wu-Tang and says, "Yo, let's collaborate," it's more of our duty. Forget the business.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? We're gonna make money regardless. Mm-hmm. So Joey Badass and his crew came to my crib, and I recorded 4 songs with them, fed them. Let them, let them drop their ashes on my studio floor. I don't like that part, but let them smoke their blunts and drop the ashes. You know what I mean?
Right. Of course he did.
Yeah, my maid had to come and take care of that.
Aww.
But
they left it a mess. They didn't even clean up after
That's
themselves.
foul.
That's what we do. I do this. I did the same thing.
Right.
Oh
So
my
you
God.
understand.
Yeah, I understood,
You understand.
We get
Yeah,
it.
man.
We treated anyway. But the point is, that was quality time when ASAP. When he first was ready to come to the world. He came over my crib and sat down and said, "Yo, I'm the new you." He told me that.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? He said, I said, "Yo," I just gave him the blessings, and any question he had that asked, I answered. You know how come?
That is dope.
Because we have to do that.
That's
bro.
big homie, right? You got to be a big homie, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I heard you recently sat down with Kanye as well, and you had a private moment with Kanye.
Yeah, we actually had a great conversation recently, not even 10 days ago, and he's in a great place, y'all.
Is he really?
He's in a great place.
Good to hear.
Great place.
Did you hear any new music?
No, I didn't hear no new music, but what I guess I hate to, like they go Wizard came in and he just exposing my shit. But nah. what I did see was he had 2 ASRs in the studio, not one.
And what are those for those who don't know?
The ASR is like an official 90s hip hop producing machine.
Right.
It has
Vintage.
a certain sound, certain sonic, and he had 2 of them set up in the studio, so he's about to get busy.
He's about to get busy. He's in a vibe. He's in a zone.
Yeah.
We should get into some new music as well, man. Yo, RZA, we got to thank you very much for coming through, Matt. Thank you very much. It's love and it's respect here. And you guys have been coming through. My first Wu-Tang show was because of Power 106, so I appreciate that. You feel me? Straight up.
Thanks,
Bobby
bro.
Digital, my guy. All day.
Thank you, bro.
What are we getting into?
Intro the new song.
Intro the new song. Let's do it.
Check this out. Law of Mathematics right here.
Whoop.
I'm the RZA, Almighty Wu-Tang. This is the new song off the Saga Continues. It's called People Say.